Gamer Feed Radio.
What's going on, everybody out there in the video gaming universe? This is Gamer Feed Radio. I'm your host, Nick Delicave, and I'm joined on this fantastic evening, late edition, with I'm going to say Executive Vice President of the show, David Newman. What's going on, Newman?
How's it going?
Sweet. And I'm pretty sure that I'm told that through our now famous Twitter hashtag Where's Brad, that you went out late in the evening underneath some dumpster in an alley and found a very naked, drunk Brad Wallace. Is that correct?
This is, yeah.
There he is. Oh, my God.
Oh, no, it's 100% true.
Oh, there's so many comments in so little time. Well, everybody, Newman and I recorded a show the other day, and we're going to kind of switch the order around so the episodes will make absolutely no sense. But this is going to be a special episode all about our reactions to the just now news released on the Nintendo Switch. So we had a Switchmas special back at the end of 2016, and we kind of mused about what we thought. Newman and I had some interesting thoughts from our recording the other day, which will now be out of order, and everyone will cope. So without going down the typical rundown of Twitter and iHeartRadio and iTunes and all the things we always talk about that you should still do, we're going to jump right in. So they just announced, we watched a very interestingly hour-long, very Japanese press conference on all things Nintendo Switch. And the panel has mixed reviews. So we'll go ahead now. Just initial impressions before we go down some of the details here, boys. Newman, what do you think?
I am disappointed we didn't get a new Pokemon game. Yeah.
I just envision you with a very pouty lip saying that. Okay, so you're a little disappointed on no Pokemons. Anything else?
Well, they didn't really say very much. Well, they might have, but we didn't hear it because the translator can't speak Japanese. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I will launch into it. Are you ready?
All right, Brad. Tell us your impressions. I know you're just simmering.
All right, we're gonna go point by point here. Brad's takes, Brad's bits. You ready?
Oh my God!
All right, here we go. Nintendo Switch releases March 3rd. Thumbs up. All right,
Woo!
Sweet. Earlier than I expected. I expected the end of March. Cool. Nintendo or whatever it's called.
Nintendo.
March 3rd. Awesome. And then they hit us with $300. I'm like, okay, all right, $300. I was expecting $250. But then I'm like, yeah, that's kind of unrealistic. You know, $300 is reasonable, especially if they give us like some kind of free game or something. Like, all right, whatever. And then they hit us. The third thing they announce, after they have an entire hour-long conference. This is the third thing they try to hit us with. Is now we're gonna have to pay for online. This is the third thing at your big, news conference. They hit us with that, that thing that's been free for 10 years. Now you have to pay a monthly fee like the other guys that suck.
Yeah, but hopefully it means it'll actually be good now.
Maybe.
Well, I'm not surprised by that. They are late to that game. It is the prevailing wisdom, and I know even though we posted a video on our Facebook page the other day about how Miyamoto is, what he thinks about game creation and stuff like that, and he says, well, we don't do what everybody else does. Clearly, that's not true, but in this case, I mean, it was overdue. So the curiouser question is, well, how much are they going to charge us, and what exactly do we get for that?
Yeah, just that rubbed me such the wrong way. And then they're like, oh, free trial period. And I'm like, all right, well, cool. The free trial period has been the past, 10 years, so I really,
And they were talking about how you have to have the app to play with friends.
And then they talk about
like,
the smartphone thing.
I hope that like you don't actually have to like open that and like fiddle with your phone every time you want to play like with your friends on Splatoon.
It just seemed like a weird thing to like announce, like not in a video form or something, you know? You think they would have showed us like someone using the app and texting, but it was like you will be able to use a smartphone,
a smart device,
and then that's it.
Could be Alexa.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Shut up. So,
all right, so that was a garbage announcement.
Announcement. It's not garbage. I mean, come on, it's not. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
We're gonna keep going. Ready?
Okay.
All right. Region free. Sweet.
Yay.
Fred's reading down the transcript.
I am literally looking at like a bullet point list of like what they did. Region free, overdue, cool, happy. This was cool. Up to 8 Switch consoles. Connected wireless, like local wireless.
Yeah, local WAN. Yeah, that's
Sweet.
cool.
You can do like a little like Splatoon tournament, but like face to face. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can play in a stadium.
Yeah, literally, you could do like like go to like your favorite bar. And
Oh
have,
my
like,
God.
the dorkiest thing of all time, but it'd be awesome.
Oh, speaking of that, I feel like we should say this, that once this comes out and one of us gets it, we're going to go and play ARMS when Kyle is working.
Oh yeah, we have to go play ARMS when Kyle's at the bar.
Oh my God.
That game looked weirdly fun. I thought it looked like garbage at first, but now I'm like all on board.
Oh my
All right,
God.
well, before we get there. All right, so they confirmed the left Joy-Con has the capture button, which is just for screenshots at first, but then they're doing video eventually.
Yeah, firmware, yeah.
Why won't they have that ready by the time it comes out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I've literally never touched the share button on the PS4. I've literally never tapped it. I mean, I've tapped it, but like,
Not on purpose.
yeah, like, you're right. Like, I've never...
Well, anytime you put literally in front of it, we know you're lying. So go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know.
Literally every time.
So, yeah. I know, this was where it gets, like, baller as all hell.
Oh,
All right. We're talking blue Joy-Con. We're talking red Joy-Con.
But like neon.
But neon. No, but we were actually, as you can see on our Gamer Feed Live reaction that is now on YouTube.
I can't wait to watch it.
We were
'cause
both
I'm
like
sure you
blown away
embarrassed
by
all of
these.
us.
We were blown away by like the camera stuff, like the actual IR blaster. We were like, oh shoot,
like, vibration thing where you can count the ice cubes.
yeah, like 3D vibrators.
And that's
pretty
cool.
Like,
This is
dang.
a family podcast,
This is
Brad.
a family podcast. We can talk about 3D vibration.
Oh my! Anything innuendo based is not saying it in the eyes of the FCC.
You know.
Well, this is all Nintendo based, so we'll move on.
So yeah, that all was kind of leaked already. This whole haptic feedback stuff.
Okay, so
yeah,
so
it's cool.
they have so it's a capacitive touchscreen, right? It's got the NFC reader writer, so like you said, Amiibo can work. It's got the battery life. They say can be between 2.5 and 6.5 hours, depending on the game.
Which is great. That's literally like what the gamepad is. That's what the 3DS is. Yeah.
Yeah, which is all right, and it looks like it uses USB Type C, right? USB Type C. That's.
Yeah. So anything.
It's like a portable charging cord that you can like plug into a toaster. And
Yeah,
charge.
literally, you can plug it into whatever. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the way the 3DS works.
You could charge it through your PlayStation.
Dude, you literally can. I can charge my 3DS on my PlayStation.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got the one, so it's only
Yeah.
one
So
cord.
it's got that your little motion IR camera, which is cool. It's got the HD rumble, which is the official term for what you were talking about with ice cubes. And then, when you take the little controllers aside, right, it's got L and R buttons.
Yeah, they've
like,
got little short
which is kind of
buttons on
cool.
it. It's very cool.
So generally, from a so that about. I mean, is there anything else with the hardware? I mean, that rounds out the hardware, right?
No, they did confirm that every Switch console is going to come with the little grips or the little slide-on.
Oh, the
Grips
wrist
actually make
straps or
the
whatever.
different sides look better.
Yeah, so like the built-in thing will make it a little heftier, make it not as like flimsy and crappy. Yeah, whatever you'd call it, right? And everything will come. Every system will come with the Switch cradle or whatever you call it.
Right, the dock.
The Joy-Con cradle.
I really do feel like they said more about the hardware in Japanese, and we just lost it because the guy did not know those
I
complicated
really
words.
wonder. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hit up like the actual website. I'm sure.
Okay, so let's pause there for just a second. Okay, so from a
Oh
hardware.
wait, hold on! Breaking news.
Okay, breaking news.
apparently virtual console games are going to have online play on the Switch.
Ooh.
So you can play...
GoldenEye!
Oh, shit! You can play, they say, Super Nintendo games with online play for members.
Well, it's going to be really terrible for Super Mario World.
I don't want to talk about that game. No, Super Mario World. Oh, Super Mario World, yeah.
But, like, multiplayer online with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, look at the Switch box art. That's dang.
So look. So the hardware, though, I think we all agree is neat.
I think they're awesome,
Yes.
dude. The hardware is the best part. What we're about to get to is what I'm not as hyped about. Are we ready for some game announcements?
Well, before we do the game announcements, though,
Okay.
let's pause for just a second. And first of all, I just want to talk about the press conference in general as a marketing person. Okay. First of all, okay, I was hyped at the beginning. Cool little DJ man with the little lights and the laser show and his screens, and then Kimishima comes out, and okay, so he's old school. He's not Iwata. He's not going to try and talk in English. You know, I get that. But every single person after him was a complete idiot on stage. Like the
I
guy
agree.
that
they didn't look well. They didn't look good.
No.
They didn't like.
it was
have
like
some kind of,
I mean,
there's no charisma.
yeah, like it,
Obviously heavily scripted, but the translator was still trying to do it real time.
Yeah.
well, but I mean like that, and I think like the guy that was like on the screen the most and talking about the controllers and like where did they find that circus clown? I've never
He was
seen or
on
heard of
the
that guy
software
before.
Team.
Huh?
He was on the software team, and then they had the hardware guy talk about like the different games or something.
Well, whatever
they had
the
the-
case,
They had the guys from the wrong teams talking about the wrong thing.
well, who I don't really care who the heck it was. He was awful, and I was thinking to myself the entire time, and I typed this in our chat while we were watching it together virtually, that you know only the Japanese could even come close to attempting to pull that off. That's how corny it was. So if you're in any other part of the universe, you're watching that going, "What the actual hell just happened?"
Like Splatoon guy was terrible because at the end he's like, "Oh, I almost forgot."
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
I mean, even the like, but I mean, like the actions and the Japanese gyrations and like that. I just, it's very interesting to me to note that this is the first time that I think we've seen one of these, aside from a Nintendo Direct, where it's been so Japanese. In literally, I think, 08, 09, maybe 2010 was the last time we saw it this so region-specific. It's always been
Right,
America,
that's
English.
My mind is, why don't they just have a separate American thing or like a separate
Yeah.
European thing? That
Well,
would make
I don't know
so
if I could tolerate
much sense.
Reggie for an hour. I'm not going to lie, because he's like even more campy than some Japanese people. But
Well, you just throw in some videos from the Japanese developers, and then you're
Yeah.
good. I think.
it was so not good. Like the
Yeah, it was bad. It
just-
was actually very bad.
it was
when,
very
like, the people were on-
Plan 9 from outer space production value, and
Yeah.
I just
Why, if nothing else, why didn't they have the like game like video capture be from an English game?
Yeah. Right.
Like, if nothing else, like you have an English version of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes it so untenable. I mean, look, younger people, millennials, maybe they don't give a crap. I'm excluding us from that group, mostly just because I'd like to believe we're slightly more mature than that. But I'm just saying that maybe you're like okay with it's different and I'm cool with different and all that crap. But at the same time, it was so like I could not relate to any, like Kimishima. Okay, I'm cool with that. Like he's old school. I get it. He's formal, cool, great, bow, do the thing. But everybody else, I wanted to stab their eyeballs out. It was horrible. I couldn't get past that. Yeah, the hardware, I was taking notes. I have like 3 pages of handwritten notes back and forth as they're talking. I'm like, oh, that's interesting, that's interesting. I couldn't watch it. It was horrible to watch. So I can't imagine that, people stuck to it because they wanted the news, but it was just atrocious. Like I would not recommend, as a PR person, I would not recommend that they do it that way. They were clearly tailoring to their Japanese audience. They're trying to get the core. They want investors to believe in them again, and so they went with the people who have the money on the board and shunned the Americas and shunned Europe. I know they got a little chat at the end, but it just made them look like subsidiaries, which Iwata tried to erase, and which is honestly what got Sega in trouble, to be perfectly frank. But they're just
Like,
not doing it right. I don't think it was the right thing to do.
like on the business side they are because they're getting rid of Region Lock. They're launching it on the same day.
Yeah.
But then this press conference.
It was not good. I'm just that whole part of it. The hardware, the news was great. I think the console looks sweet. That part of it I'm geeked for.
I'm weirdly very, very hyped about the hardware and not really any of the games yet.
I want it because it looks cool on my desk, man.
Not just that, but like that.
It's gonna go next to the TV first of all.
Sweet, brah.
All right, so now let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Let's do the game. The software that I can't wait.
Here we go. You ready?
Opinions on.
You got Sonic Adventure 2006 featuring Mario. You have Wii Sports, but you have to make eye contact. You have what if people had phone cords instead of arms? I'm sorry, I was reading someone's tweet.
That was actually just arms.
That was Pube Goldberg. Well, instead of Rube Goldberg. Anyways.
Yeah, we got the joke.
We don't need the narration.
Mr. Inappropriate on Twitter.
Okay, so we got 1-2 Switch. I honestly, no joke, thought this looked like the best game they announced.
It's the new Wii Sports.
It looks like a Wii Sports for Joy-Cons.
It doesn't come with it.
I know, that's what bugs me. But with any luck, it's gonna be $20 or $30. Except Christ knows it's gonna be $60.
Yeah, they'll charge $59.99. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. 1-2
They're
Switch.
They're going to.
It looks like WarioWare for Switch, kind of like show off a funky new way to play these games.
Yeah.
That was the best looking thing. Then we get ARMS, which honestly at first we were looking at each other like, what the hell? This looks awful. And then like slowly, at least I like warmed up to it. And I ended up thinking ARMS looks like kind of cool.
It does. Especially
the just like the degree of the motion, if it's as accurate as the video made it look, like your angle of your punches. But Newman, what'd you think of ARMS and 1-2 Switch?
I'm more excited about the ARMS characters being in Super Smash Brothers than I am about ARMS.
This is true.
Oh my god.
That was Newman's first reaction. Was I can't wait for what's her name, Sally Slap Fight or whatever her name is.
Sally Slap Fight.
I don't know. They got stupid like bouncy names, like Curl Girl. That's what she was.
Was that it?
She was like Spring Girl. Like, Spring Girl.
Oh no! Whatever man won.
Look.
Yeah, Rocket Man.
You got the cynicism is literally eyeball deep now. Come on, it's not that bad.
No, I'm not being. I'm being 100% honest when I say both of those games look good. 1-2 Switch and ARMS looked good.
Yeah.
I really want to play both of them. And then you get. No, what do you think? Hold on. No, what's your take on 1-2 Switch and ARMS, Nick?
So 1-2 Switch, okay. It's basically the Wii Sports Pack that came with the Wii with the new skin on it, and I get that they're like,
Nintendo Land, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it with other people. Well, you could do the other thing with other people. So I don't think that's
you
particularly.
Also go play soccer. It's like $10 to get a soccer ball somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. ARMS, I didn't really dismiss it at first because once the initial like demo they did, it was just like the two characters, and I was like, this is dumb. Like, it's like Wii boxing, except they have stretchy arms. How unoriginal. But then I thought, once they showed that other characters have like different abilities, and it's online, and you can do some other things like that, okay, like that gives it some more viability to me. The thing I think is really interesting, though, so does that replace that Reckham Robot Arms game that Miyamoto was developing before that we saw?
Oh, yeah, I remember that thing.
Or did that morph into this? Because they're very similar, in my opinion. So that was the first thing I was like, oh, they changed it to be something not crappy. So,
yeah.
But I'm okay with it, both of them. They'll be fine. They'll charge too much for them, as usual, and some people will buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. If they're cheap enough, I could see myself day one getting like 1-2 Switch and Zelda. Like, I'd be comfortable with dumping out a bunch of money like that.
Zelda.
Hashtag
We'll
2 jobs. Hashtag don't pay rent at the state of my life.
Shut up. We'll get back to Zelda.
I know,
get back to Zelda next.
Ridiculous amount of disposable income. So, all right. Let's keep going on
give
games.
Me some. I'll take a check whenever you're ready.
Here we go. Yeah, right. Then you get Splatoon 2, which I was like, cool. I actually was hyped for this.
Big announcement on Splatoon, though. They're not kids that turn into squids. They're squids that turn into kids.
Oh, this whole time. That was the big twist.
didn't care for the first one personally, so I really don't care about the second one, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm more hyped about Splatoon 2 than the next garbage pail looking thing that we're about to talk about. Are you ready for this?
I think you're being harsh, but
We're
go
talking
ahead.
Super Mario, Hey, I'm Walking Here edition. This is Mario on the streets of New Jersey, the grime-filled taxi
New Donk
driver,
City.
New Donk City, Travis Bickle, Martin Scorsese. Yeah, it looks awful. It literally looks like the most garbage game I've ever seen.
Why? Why do you say that? Just because it's got real
I'd rather have
places in
vomit
it?
in my eyeballs for like hours on end than have to watch that trailer again. That was so bad.
What
You
was
keep
bad
your-
about it? It showed gameplay.
With my eyes taped open.
It showed different environments. It showed different abilities, and like you can ride
the
stuff.
way
Like
that they opened it, showing Mario next to a normally proportioned human being.
He's just walking down the street and there's taxis.
who cares?
The taxis are fine. It was just the people that he was playing jump rope with.
Yeah.
It was just
Come on,
Fucking-
who cares? You don't know what it means or why they're there, or if it's supposed to be a spoof on real world, or if that's the goal. We don't know yet, and I'm not going to prejudge it. I think if you
Made
look,
me physically ill.
I thought the rest of the like video on it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah, the rest of the regular looking Mario stuff looked
And like
okay.
as a part of the game it might not be bad, but like to open the video with that just
I didn't care.
Yeah.
See, I didn't have
So
that reaction.
wrong.
I was like, great. They need a Mario game. At first, when they were just showing the city thing, I was having like flashbacks to the Division, and I was like, ooh, it'll be this big open, like explorable place that you can do stuff. I didn't even pay attention to the people. I jumped immediately to the possibilities of the gameplay in that kind of environment, knowing how a Mario game traditionally plays. And then they showed like swimming in water and jumping over things, and it looks like
Dude,
something
you
happens
know
in
they're
Egypt.
gonna have voice acting though. You know it's gonna be like, hey, right when you run past some woman, and then like, you know, or like some police is gonna hold it right there.
You
Or like,
don't know that.
I think
Okay,
it literally
another-
looks like the worst. Thing
another question on this.
ever.
Why is that hat a character? Why can't it just be his
Yeah.
hat?
We
Oh
don't
my
know
God.
anything about the quote plot
Every
unquote.
2 seconds he's gonna go Mario, Mario.
Hey! Listen!
Oh my god.
Hey, listen, Mario. There's a star over there. We should go get it.
Oh,
You
you're wasting your
don't-
time. The princess is in another castle.
Forget about it.
You don't know what's going to
I
happen.
said, forget about it. Hey, Mario, it's me, Marty.
Christ almighty.
Your hat.
Yeah.
Well, this is so the audience is aware this is what happens when you let Brad and Newman together in the same room for extended periods of time late in the evening. You two are morons. No, look, I didn't have that reaction, and I don't frankly care that it seemed kind of real world-ish, or we don't know the story, we don't know.
I'm not just saying this, and I'm being 100% honest. Even the not.
No,
New
you've
York
had too
City
many
stuff
beers. I'm gonna
looked
go
good.
on the beers route.
No,
But it
we're
did.
literally even like the Bowser stuff didn't look good. This whole flying spaceship Odyssey thing didn't look good. The only thing that looked
Bowser
decent,
with
Mario
his
Galaxy
white football.
2.
yeah,
It's a rip-off.
Bowser in white. I don't know, dude. Mario 3D World for Wii U is like one of my favorite games, and this looks like such a downgrade from that. That like, I don't know. I'm
I
not
don't-
in. All the buzz seemed. I don't know. That game looked like garbage, and it's gonna be like. You look, all right, so the Mario series is like every United States president up until Barack Obama. This is the Donald Trump of the Mario games. He just looks so out of place compared to everything that came before it. And you just scratch your head. You're like, that can't be the same thing. But no, there's games coming out, and it's going to be the new Mario game. Just like, in 10 days. No, 10 days. What is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We can have another podcast for that discussion.
I'm just saying, love him or hate him, Donald Trump is not. The rest of them all make sense logically. This Mario game does not make sense logically. Following.
You don't know anything about it other than what you saw, and I don't think that even if you end up not playing it, which will be the case up front, and then eventually you will cave and you will play it, and then you'll be like, oh,
No, I never. I don't know.
I was mean and I said the wrong, because I will bring this back and rub your nose in it and go, see, you poo-pooed it and you said nope, it's crap, and it's not gonna, and it's gonna be, watch it turn out to be great just to spite you. So we'll just wait and see. It's due out. When did he say it was due out? It's due out holiday.
This year.
Perfect. It'll sell 1 million units. They'll make lots of money, and the kids will be happy.
I will say one thing. Are we ready for this? I mentioned this live too in the video, but this must have been how people that saw the first Wind Waker cell shaded graphics also reacted. You know,
It's
the
true.
way I'm reacting now, which is like, this looks so bad, blah blah blah. Which
I don't think it looks bad. I don't know why you say that.
I think
the
it looks
graphics are
god-awful,
fine.
but I'm willing to be, told or showed wrong, whatever, proved wrong.
I don't agree.
I don't
Anyway, fine. So Brad gives it a big thumbs down. Worst game of the top 5 worst games of all time. He's 100%
No, literally,
sure.
Super Mario Odyssey might be like the dumbest looking game I've seen since the Sonic 2006.
I can't wait until you're wrong. But okay. So other games, unless you have any other quips or
A couple speed ones, Xenoblade 2. I don't really care about Xenoblade. Does
don't either.
anybody?
Nope.
Nope. Fire Emblem Warriors. I was on board with this. Me and Newman were both like, yeah,
especially
sweet.
with the touchscreen. Yeah.
Yeah, this could be real cool.
I
I
the
love
Fire Emblem
Warriors
series,
games.
so we'll
Yeah,
see
and
what
I
they do
love-
with it.
I never played really any of the Fire Emblem games, but I've always kind of liked it or like wanted to get into it or whatever. So,
Right.
like the idea of running around as like Marth or something. That sounds cool.
Where you won't. It's like a tabletop, like sort of board.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying the Warriors game though. This is going to be like Dynasty Warriors, but with Fire Emblem
Yeah.
characters.
Oh.
Yeah, not like a new Fire Emblem.
Yeah, like Hyrule Warriors. So it's a
It's gonna be like
slash and
Hyrule
hack.
Warriors.
Oh.
Oh, you're disappointed now? I'm not bored. I think it sounds awesome.
Nope.
Perfect.
All right.
Another reason why Newman will persist with his PC Master Race. Go on.
Yeah. So we got Dragon Quest 10, Dragon Quest
No one
11,
cares.
Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. Yeah, those
No
are
one
all
cares.
Japanese kind of like RPG things, which I'm
Yep.
not into.
Yep.
Shin Megami Tensei, Kyle was hyped. I don't really follow that series, so I'm not really hyped.
Same.
Oh, dude, the greatest game ever, Octopus Traveler.
Octopath
It's
Travel.
Octopath Traveler, but yes, it looks
Yeah,
awesome.
that's-
It kind of
Octopus
reminds me.
Traveler.
Octopus
The Splatoon spinoff.
got 8.
Oh
I
my
know.
god, I hate you both.
Okay.
No, it's like 3D Dot Game Heroes that was on PS3.
Yeah, no, that looked amazing.
But
Yeah,
with 2D
Those
sprites, it
graphics
looks
were
sweet.
amazing.
I will totally buy that game and play it. Totally.
As long as it's not called Octopath Traveler, I'm in.
You don't know.
I would buy that game if it was called Super Mario Odyssey. But
You're
what?
so dumb. Dumb.
All right,
Octopath Odyssey.
Octopath Odyssey, I'm in.
Oh,
Dude, that sounds amazing. All right, you get
you spent
confirmed-
one too many days under that dumpster. Go on.
Yes. You get confirmed Skyrim. Thank God.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Disappointed it's not at launch, but then again, if I'm getting Zelda at launch, I don't really want to play Skyrim at launch. So
You know, on Skyrim, I said this to Brad, but I feel like they've spent more time working on Skyrim since Skyrim came out than they have the next game in the series.
literally. It's been 6 years now, this year, since Skyrim
But hey,
came.
they're excited to be developing for Nintendo, so yay.
Honestly,
Sort of. Porting
Todd-
for Nintendo.
Yeah, porting for Nintendo. Todd Howard's one of my favorite people in video
Such
games, and I was
bastards.
thrilled
You're
to
just
see him.
bastards. You're just bastards. You're
Was it even
pretentious
a
a-holes.
That was the disappointing part. They didn't confirm it was the special edition, and they didn't confirm if there was going to be mods or anything.
Oh, it's
Well-
not going to be cool because it doesn't do all the things that they haven't told me if it does or not. So I'm going to.
I'd buy
crap
vanilla
on it.
Skyrim on the Switch.
There's
though.
not going to be mods. I'm telling you.
No,
now.
there's not.
I could see them doing like basic mods,
Like the
Get
PS4 kind.
like
over
like
it.
PS4 level.
Those are basically cheats.
All right, then you get Travis touchdown, baby. He's coming back. Get ready for him. You ready for some Travis touchdown?
Next.
Yeah, no, don't care.
That'll sell
You get
100 copies.
FIFA. You get confirmed FIFA, baby.
No one cares.
That way you can know what it's like to actually pay a referee.
Oh my God! Shut
All right.
up.
And then this is it for real. We get the reconfirmed hardware. A box, a $300 box of Nintendo Switch, comes with the console, the tablet itself, the left and right Joy-Cons. You get Joy-Con straps for the left and right Joy-Con. You get the Joy-Con cradle for both of to put both of them in the one controller. You get the dock, The dock plugs into the TV with an HDMI cable, and you get an AC adapter. Bam. So, we have some late breaking news, though. Are you ready for this?
No.
We got prices. Get ready for some prices for accessories.
There was also the Dragon Ball Z game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we'll get there.
Okay.
Nintendo Switch Pro Controller. Guess how much it costs?
$80.
Literally costs $70 for a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller.
I'm not surprised.
It's way high, except I think it has the gyro and all the motion stuff, which is like, okay, that's
how much is the PS4 Pro Controller?
$60. It's more expensive than a PS4 Pro Controller.
What? Oh my god!
Oh,
that's terrible.
Dumb.
Cry about it. Go on, cry.
Okay. To get a new set of both Joy-Cons, it's $80.
Okay.
That's 2 controllers. To get an individual left or an individual right Joy-Con, it's $50.
So you're better off getting the pack. That makes sense. Go on.
Yeah. Just like you would with the nunchuck and the thing. Yeah.
Right.
You get a charging grip for the Joy-Cons, which is kind of clever. It's $30. Meaning you put them into the controller, and then the controller charges it. That's kind of cool.
Yep.
You can buy just a Nintendo Switch dock for $90.
Cool.
Why would you want?
I know, like, I would rather just buy the tablet and not the dock.
And then have like $90 knocked off.
Literally, yeah. If they sold a version of Switch that didn't come with the dock, and it didn't come with the HDMI cable and stuff, I'd buy it for $250. You know.
But then that defeats the purpose. See, that's why they didn't do that, because then it defeats the purpose. Because to them,
no, because then you can add on to the TV for later for $90. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That makes way more sense.
No, it doesn't. That's not how business works. You want to push the product in the box that you want people to buy, and the configuration they do not want you to have.
But who's going to be going out to buy the dock without that console?
Right. So my point is, there's a version of the Switch
if you've got multiple, no. I think it makes perfect sense. If you have multiple TVs in your house, and you're on one TV, and your dad says, "Get the hell out and go to your TV," you've got your own dock. You can plug it right in.
You should be playing it on your TV to begin with, Nick.
Come on.
We've talked about this, Nick.
No. I'm just saying, that's the idea. I totally get it. It makes perfect sense. And no, I wouldn't sell the system without the dock because
it's like buying a 3DS without it.
That's not what they want. That's not
what they want. If you only sold iPads with Apple TVs attached to them. It's like, no, I just want the iPad. I'm
not going to do it. Sorry. Cry about it all you want. It's not going to happen.
Well, there's some number of people that are probably like, oh, I just want the tablet, not the TV. Shit. Oh, they don't sell it separately? Fine, I won't buy it.
Yep. Then they're not going to buy it. That's not how they're going to do it. Sorry.
Joy-Con wheels, baby. They're $20. For like a wheel.
Like the steering wheel, like for driving games?
This girl put her titties on Facebook. Okay, that's weird.
What?
All right. So that was weird. I was caught off guard. I was like, what am I looking at?
Oh, God.
All right. Oh, shoot. I lost my... I had this master list of like everything on there.
I'm really glad you lost it because...
No, I got it.
Off the rails.
No. Here we go. All right. Pre-orders in Japan start January 21st. No word on America still.
Correct.
I'm imagining tomorrow. I guess tomorrow I can go to a GameStop and pre-order it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's online. You can. I think I saw something online where you can. Maybe I was thinking. Maybe.
Can you pre-order it through Amazon? Like I want it at my house tomorrow.
No, you can sign up to be notified when pre-orders begin, but it's not. It's not.
Because those are
sign up so that I can find out that it's out of stock when pre-orders begin.
Oh my God!
Yep.
Just don't buy one. Save us all.
All right, and then the big kicker. Breath of the Wild confirmed for launch day 1. On Wii U and Switch, it's confirmed for March 3rd.
Great. So, what do you think about the trailer with some interesting tidbits, although vague, on the story?
I want it to be 100 years after Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's I'm sure is what's going to happen.
I was hoping the guy talking to you was the great DQ tree.
Yeah.
But it was actually Zelda's father.
We think.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who else's daughter are you going to go save?
I don't know. Who said that it had to be that? Maybe they'll change it all up. We don't even know. But that game looks phenomenal. I mean, if it doesn't get Game of the Year, something is seriously wrong. It looks phenomenal.
Yeah. Now that Scalebound's out of the way, I'm sure it'll.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Scalebound, please.
Meh.
Anyway, what? Meh.
So couple
Meh?
late game announcements. You ready?
Are you maying that it's going to be Game of the Year, or are you maying Newman because Scalebound was canceled?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't know. I wasn't listening. I'm just making noises. Trying to load some late breaking news. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe confirmed for April 28th, 2017.
Is it the newest one that's on the 3DS already?
No, it's on the Wii U. It's an upgraded version of the Wii U one with a real battle mode and 4 new characters and some other business. Yeah, it's a shame that
4
this
new
wasn't...
maps and just call it Mario Kart 9.
Well, I wonder if I can, because I downloaded Mario Kart 8. It'd be sweet if they gave me some kind of discount if I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Next for
Nope,
10
because you're
for
cheap,
$10.
and they
$10.
don't work that way. So pay full price or
Steam
get out.
works that way. At Steam, you might have...
Yeah, but
you know,
Steam is not Nintendo. Sorry, it never has been. Not going to happen.
well, they could have taken my money, but they're deciding to not
You're
have
going to
it, so-
spend it on
they're-
something else anyway, so they don't care.
Yeah. They should care.
They don't.
They
They
should
don't.
treat Wii U customers like freaking royalty because they're the one thing that
No.
kept them going.
You're just the next in a long line of redheaded stepchildren. Continue.
They announced Super Street Fighter 2 for the Nintendo Switch.
NES game?
Yeah, the Super Nintendo game.
But not Double Dragon.
Woo.
Oh, so get this. Ubisoft is confirming 3 games for launch.
Oh.
Just Dance 2017,
Crap.
Meh.
Rayman Legends Definitive Edition,
Eh.
and Steep.
Also crap.
Yeah.
I thought that was like SSX that we were saying.
There's a version of Breath of the Wild that comes with a Master Sword for $130.
How big is the sword?
Like a little replica, I think.
Oh my god.
It's like a keychain.
You're just.
There's a Dragon Ball Z game. Can we talk about the Dragon
they
Ball
showed
Z
that
game?
Dragon Ball Z game for like a second.
I want to get the Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Isn't
they
it the
showed
one that's
Farming
already out?
Simulator.
I don't know. They didn't tell us.
It looks like Xenoverse 2 or whatever.
It looks like every Dragon Ball Z game ever made.
I know, so it's going to be generic and dumb, so why do you care?
Well, you could say the same thing about Mario.
No, there was nothing generic about it. It was completely different. That's why Brad hated it.
Wait, which I wasn't listening.
I know. Too much
Goku had
Twitter.
a halo while he was fighting in the arena on Earth. That's different.
You know what? Your entire line of logic there failed you because you tried to use an example that was the exact opposite of the example you're using, so you basically contradicted yourself. But anyway.
So apparently, more late breaking news. They've officially confirmed NES and Super NES games on the Switch. Super Nintendo games will have online functionality. You can play online. Apparently, if you subscribe to their online service, you will get a free Nintendo or free NES and Super NES game every month, just like you would on PlayStation Plus.
Perfect.
That's kind of cool.
There'll be crappy ones, but okay.
Yeah, right.
You're not going to get Zelda 1.
Right.
Yeah.
What else?
You'll get Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link.
Stop. It's Zelda 2.
I just wanted to
gets a lot of
know,
crap.
yeah, someone pointed this out. I just wanted to know what happens to all your virtual console games you've already bought on 3DS and Wii U. That's what the number one thing I wanted to know today, and I didn't get to know.
There is a Readout or Redout is the game that looked like F-Zero coming.
Oh, no, there's a different game called Fast Racing or something like that, but I don't know what that Redout was.
No, the developer
I saw
just tweeted
something.
about it. The box art and everything. Here we go. Nicholas.
I don't know.
Oh, huh. I like it.
Oh, God.
I'm down. They're the Binding of Isaac people.
Which is also coming.
Yeah, Binding of Isaac confirmed. That's cool.
Yeah, and Rhyme was confirmed, which looks good.
Yeah, that game kind of looks weird. I'm
Oh
afraid
my
it's gonna
God! Shut up.
suck. No, I'm just saying that game apparently remember that game got announced 4 years ago, and it's still not out yet. Which is
wait, Final Fantasy 15, Last Guardian, any game released in 2016? What?
I know.
No Man's Sky.
No, but Sony basically canceled that game, and then they somehow kept going. So the fact that it was a canceled game is kind of like, eh. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know. This is weird.
I can't even
very
process the
weird.
amount of dumb coming out of your mouth today.
See, I'm not fully disappointed. Is the weird part. It's not. I remember the most disappointed I've ever been in Nintendo 2 times. One was their E3 2015, which was just pure
with the bows. And Cammy, what's her flag?
No, those were a couple. But another one was in 2012 when they ended their conference with Nintendo Land fireworks. That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was Cammy. She didn't last long after that, in case you forgot.
Yeah, I remember. All right, full list of Nintendo Switch games on Nintendo's website. It's not loading because it's crashing Nintendo.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, literally.
Yes. Well, generally speaking, I think it'll be really interesting to see how people react over the course of the next couple days, because there's going to be more announcements tomorrow. There's going to be more announcements on Saturday because they've got all this stuff going on. The Treehouse thing's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow. Maybe it's Saturday. Both. I don't know.
If they play Mario Odyssey, consider me out.
You don't know what they're going to do.
Ugh.
You don't know what they're going to do. You're being extremely harsh over a clip.
I don't know. And I'm also not as excited about Splatoon, remembering that we have to pay for online. You know?
Why are you so against paying for online for Nintendo, but you're willing to do it for PlayStation?
I don't. I canceled PlayStation Plus.
Canceled PlayStation Plus?
Yeah, I'm not paying for that garbage. The games online. The games sucked, and I don't really play online games, so I was like, why am I doing this? So I canceled it. Yeah.
Okay then.
Well, I mean, there you go.
Well,
the times they are a-changing.
Then you'll enjoy about it.
I know.
The times they are a-changing. Now, I can't wait, because in November, when Scorpio gets announced, and we talk about it, I can't wait, because it's going to be the exact 180 opposite conversation. You're going to dump on Nintendo all year, because that's how you roll, and you'd be like, oh, they're going to put Mario up against this Xbox Scorpio thing. And it's got so many teraflops because no one cares. And they might have some great games, but I think a lot of them are going to be ports, or, we'll see some things from E3 that they'll be like, it's Xbox One, but they'll have a Scorpio version, just like PlayStation did.
Yeah, they said that all the Scorpio games were going to run on the Xbox One.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be like forward compatible or backwards.
Yeah. So
whatever.
That's what Sony was basically trying to do, I think, but whether they did or didn't, whatever. But
yeah,
so we'll see.
Guardian is a game that runs a lot better on PS4 Pro by every account.
I'm very curious to see what the universe of things is saying, and I'm not talking about Twitter, because there's nothing there of any value, and it'll be interesting to. I mean, I use it, but it's not valuable. It'd be really interesting to see what some of the media outlets think and what initial impressions were. So I'm gonna have to do some homework tomorrow. I hope I can anyway. We'll see. I'm having all kinds of drama on this end, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. I didn't care for the way they did the press conference. I thought it was kind of crappy. It's classic Nintendo. Epic fail. Yeah, epic fail. I think it would have been much better if they'd done like a Nintendo Direct style. I think people have gotten accustomed to the president, Reggie, and Miyamoto kind of doing their thing. And right. So if you would have told me 6 months ago, if I could choose between a on-stage press conference or a Nintendo Direct, if you go back even on our shows, I would guarantee I'd say, oh, they have to do a stage conference. They have to do this. Watching them do a stage conference now, I'm like, never do that again. Never do that again. One could argue that they're significantly out of practice because they haven't done it for many, many, many years.
Yes.
I mean,
there were people I follow.
Sounds like a reason not to do it, though.
Well, there were media people that I follow. They're not games media, but just like entertainment media that were tweeting, and they were saying this is the worst conference they've ever seen. Like,
oh god, it was not good. It was the worst conference I've ever seen. They didn't have Cammy and Bose, so it wasn't the worst.
Cammy,
and because that was awful. And they didn't talk about, the vitality sensor and some of the other things that no one would ever in any universe care about. So I think it was good that they focused on what they did focus on. I do think there was a lot of information, at least. And for that, on that point, I'll give them a gold star because at least they gave us information and details. Well, on some things more than others, but still, it was information overload. And we'll get some more tomorrow, so I can't wait to see what they talk about. And then, the rest of it will just happen.
So a couple things. Number one, Splatoon kids confirmed for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. That's cool.
Are they going to be in it?
Yeah,
cool.
Splatoon characters. But get this, me and Newman are browsing around the internet. We land on Polygon.com with the headline, I shit you not.
This is the opinion section.
The opinion
and it's
section.
a shitty opinion.
It's a very bad one. Go ahead, Newman, read it.
Nintendo nailed the Switch reveal, showing off a strange and wonderful system.
Nintendo has learned from its mistakes. That's... What am I looking at this?
That's what it says, or they're being sarcastic?
No,
That's
serious.
the actual headline.
This is Ben Kuchera. He lives in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, fun
Did you know
fact.
I emailed him once. He never responded.
What a jerk face.
I was just like, hey, I didn't know you're from Cincinnati.
Well, I bet he's got donkey brains.
Yeah, I bet he lives in Donk City is where he lives. He doesn't live.
Oh, my God.
Cincinnati.
Donk Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, my God.
Donk Angeles. Donk Chicago. Fort Donkerville. That was my Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my God.
Jesus, it's depressing. Oh my
Donk
God.
Lando.
So Polygon is a very popular source of information, and if they thought it was okay, I imagine that others will as well.
Yeah. They're talking more about like what they actually revealed instead of the way in which it was revealed, though. Just skimming through like the first one.
Which I would expect them to do because they did give us a lot of information, like I said. So, I mean, the
I wouldn't say they nailed the reveal.
I mean, we still don't have a spec sheet on it, so
No.
I'm curious to see that.
The Sega guy.
Yeah, Sega guy says we're considering putting games on Nintendo.
Why
Switch.
even show up? Why would they invite him without like a
Yeah.
commitment?
That's some BS.
Yeah. So
are they confirming is Zelda going to be like digital download day one? Because I want to download that game to the Switch.
Now that's interesting that you say that because one of the theories coming into this, along with price, was different price for different systems. So do we know how much memory is actually on it?
I saw one tweet, not a reliable source, obviously, because it's one tweet from nobody. But they said 32 gigabytes.
Which
Yeah,
is
this is
Wii U.
over.
That's a fail. That's
Yeah,
like not
30.
even one PlayStation game.
Yeah, literally.
Seriously.
I wonder how big Zelda Breath of the Wild is.
I mean, my God, the game's been in development for 2 years. It should be like a terabyte.
Yeah, I really
God.
wonder.
For as good as it looks, and it does look
It
good.
might come with a micro SD card, though.
Oh, for expansion, you mean?
Yeah.
Suspiciously absent from all of the other information. So that would be kind of a big miss if they didn't mention it. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't mention anything about memory or any of that.
I know. Fascinating.
WTC F-Tech also says 32 gigabytes.
Which means if that's true, then there has to be a micro SD slot. There has to be. And they'll sell one. They'll only support certain models, just like the Nintendo 3DS.
I thought the 3DS worked with like anything off the shelf.
No. Okay, so technically the answer is yes, but there are only certain SD card models that are officially supported. So if you put something in and it screws it up and it's not one of the serials that are supported on their support page, you get nothing. And they recommend that you don't go over a certain capacity size, at least in the 3DS, because it is not supported. So it'd be really interesting to see if similar restrictions are on the the Switch because now you can get like 128 and 256. I mean, you can get giant, huge micro SD cards. So it'd be really interesting if they go, nope, you can only put in 64. Sorry, which would still not be enough. Meaning that if that's true, then you're going to have to use there wouldn't be a big emphasis on downloads because, as we saw from the reveal commercial, the games are like little game cards. So presumably then everything would be on the game card, and you would just have a save file locally. So you wouldn't need to download anything. And if you're out and about and you've got online access, you're going to access your Virtual Console content over the interwebs. So you're not going to need to download it locally either, except when you're on an airplane. I don't know how that will work. So I think they're banking on you're not going to download it to the system. You're either going to carry the cards with you, or you're going to have some kind of expandable memory up to a limit, because that's how Nintendo rolls, for Virtual Console content. If I was a betting man, I would say that's probably what they'll do, if 32 gigs is true.
Yeah, that article was from back in October, and it said it was going to be based on the newer Pascal architecture, which
is also not
other people have denied. So who knows?
Yeah, no, I think IGN in their pre-show today was saying it was Maxwell architecture. It's not Pascal.
Have they had a chance to do like a teardown on one, or I don't understand where they would.
No, they haven't, so I don't know where they got that information, but that's what they said right before the show started. I did pick that up. Because there was a conversation about how well it would... Their sense was that it was originally intended, I think, to be Pascal, but in order to meet the time frame that they required in order to get the system out, I think with enough lead time to, make the holiday season successful with the impending doom that is Scorpio, I think that's the thing. I think that's the plan. That they took it a notch back just so they could get it out.
That's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Which would also explain the semi-mediocre battery life numbers and, frankly, the range, I think, too. I don't think I've ever seen a device claim a range that big before. I mean, like, gaming laptops I know have ridiculous ranges, but things like iPads and iPhones and stuff like that, it's like 9 to 10 hours. You know what I mean? 5 to 6 hours, not 2 to 6.
Right. 2.5 to 6.
Right. 2.5 to 6.5, I believe, was the official statement that was made by Weirdo Man on stage in a very odd Japanese-esque video style thing where he looked fake. He kind of looked like the dude from Hunger Games. What was the guy with the funky hair? Like, the lighting reminded me of that. Like, the whole time I'm like, this guy is a crackpot.
This guy with the, like, white background that kept
yeah!
on them.
Yeah!
What bothered me the most about that was how many times the camera just, like, jumped around.
Yeah. It's just so bad, the production values, and I don't know, maybe it's just Japanese and it's culturally different. Like, they like that. They need that pop so that you'll follow it with, like, the weird hayas and I'm going to stick my foot out to the side in this trench coat with these fake guns. Like, over and over
down
again.
on the couch.
Random, right? The couch was the most random. Like, someone should put a YouTube collab video together of all of the most awkward moments, including the beginning translation. It's a system. It has controllers and HDMI cable. I mean, it was like so bad.
Why did that guy not have a script?
Dude, well, that was the guy when Suda 51 came out. He was awful. He was like, and the guy that was next to him was like, I think at one point you could hear him whispering the words to him. Like, it was so bad.
It was awful.
Oh my god, I can't wait. So while we've been here, I'm obviously focusing on the mixer here, but I can't wait to spend a little bit of time looking through some of these news stories, because I'm sure that the consensus will be great. It gave us a lot of information, but my god, what a circus. It was a circus.
It was a cluster.
Yeah. So, that's the news. Anybody have any other thoughts, tidbits, or opinion before we go ahead and wrap up this now explicit podcast.
Wait, it's explicit?
Yeah, I believe there were some F-bombs. I think we talked about some female anatomy on Twitter. That came out of left field. I was not expecting that. I can't even go back to edit that.
As long as it's explicit, I want to talk about one of the things for the 1-2 Switch.
Please don't.
Where the girl's got the controller, and she's reaching over the guy next to her lap and moving it up and down.
That's the killer app for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh my god. So,
on that note,
I'm thrilled to begin fading up the music. So there it is, kids. The opinions, and most of them are crap, but that's what we thought. Apparently, there's a YouTube video of Brandon Newman reacting live, which I'm sure is atrocious and very X-rated. So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Brad is currently pre-ordering.
I'm literally buying my Nintendo Switch right now.
Where are you pre-ordering it from?
Best Buy store pickup, bruh.
No, make him bring it to you.
No,
Yeah,
I
why
wanna
would
go
you
pick
do
up-
that?
No, you deserve it to
No,
come to you.
because I want to get there the second they open. And otherwise, I have to wait till like noon.
I can't wait until you place your order, and then you get an email 1 week before launch telling you that there's been an extreme back order, and your order will be delayed 9 weeks.
That's what I'm 100% expecting.
You're not going to be able to get up that early because you won't be able to get to bed early enough to get the second they open because you're going to be too excited to sleep.
Great. So while the odd
I was gonna do
couple
a
is
midnight
arguing,
lunch.
everybody, just remember you can check us out on Twitch on Twitter at GamerFeed Radio, and on Twitch, twitch.tv/GamerFeed Radio. We live stream the Nintendo show tonight for those who are curious. YouTube, you can subscribe. Facebook's. Check us out on all the pod streaming services. And I'm really glad this is over. Until next time, gamers. Peace.
Peace.